What is going on, everybody? It's Complexity, and I got some more scary videos for you from the one and only Bizarrebub. Link to the video in the description below. Let's get right into this and see if we can get scared.
In the following video, two sisters are alone at home, hiding inside a room when their house alarm starts to go off.
I'm recording. Wait. Do you hear that?
Listen, if my home alarm starts to go off, whether I'm home alone or home with people, the first thing I'm grabbing is the blicky. That's just the bottom line. I'm grabbing the blick, I'm going and I'm searching every inch, okay? It is what it is. Like, get out of the way.
As it seems, someone had entered their home. Their security camera shows the
Yeah, I'd be checking my security cameras too.
front door open, suggesting that someone did in fact break inside. But what's strange about this is that when they replay the moment the door
Wait, why is there a security? Is this the phone or is this her security camera? Why is it staring at the microwave?
opens, no one is seen. It just seemingly opens up
Who
all
leaves
on
their
its own.
doors unlocked?
Now at this moment, the two sisters didn't see how the door opened up. They just saw that the door was wide open, and it doesn't help that they just heard a police siren outside their house. But as if the situation couldn't escalate anymore, this happens.
Oh. You're exiting through the window. What the? That is okay. Listen, unless you have, okay. First and foremost, I'm going to assume that probably the noise came from like somewhere in the hall or something like that. Exiting through the window is going to take so freaking long, like more than enough time for whoever's in there to come in and grab you. Not only that, but you're going head first, which means that you're not able to defend your back. Somebody could easily just come and grab you. This looks like right here. Is this a door? Because this looks like it's a door. Or is this a window? This looks like it's a screen door, like a sliding door. Otherwise, you have some incredibly long freaking like blinds for your window. However, it's just, it makes no sense to like you gotta dive through that window. I'm sorry. You can't just like, I don't know. Maybe I'm saying this because because this is is that a window? Oh, this is a mirror. So it looks like that. It looks like that is a window as well. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I've actually like had training and gone through obstacle courses and had to get through like small entries and shit like that, and had to do like dynamic entries and whatnot. But like, I just, hey, you know what? At least they left. At least instead of going and checking it out and checking out whether or not somebody was in their house, they just bolted out. They picked the slowest way to get out, but it's a complete failure. But at least they were smart enough to leave. Well, how do you know that the bedroom door opened? And again, you leave your front door unlocked and you have no locks on like the bedroom doors. People, get locks. Get locks. Okay, you got them for a reason. Lock your front door and get locks to your bedrooms so you can lock them, okay? What's the point of having a lock on your front door but not any locks to any of your bedrooms, okay? If someone makes it through the front door, they have open access to pretty much every part of the house if you don't have any locks on your freaking door handles. Is it an actual intruder? Okay, so this is the security cam. Why is it facing towards the freaking... Why is it facing towards the microwave? This is a terrible security camera position. You're getting like 90% or you're getting like 70% microwave. What are you, afraid of Transformers? What if it was like a midget who broke in? It was just like a little elf. Oh, okay. It's a rotating. Okay, first and foremost, If you're gonna get a rotating camera, put it in a place to where it's gonna have a much wider open view, and that the view isn't gonna be obscured by by a singular object. This is a terrible placement for a camera. Like putting it up here on this wall over here would be even better, because if it really can oscillate that much, that means you're going to be able to get what I assume over here is a hallway, what I assume over here is the back patio door, and then the living room, what it looks like over here, and then the door like further over here. Yeah.
Clear.
It was the evil Roomba. Yeah, the music popped in just because it saw something else. Yeah, I get that. I mean, don't get me wrong, that would definitely be freaky, but look at this. Like, this is a terrible. Oh. I didn't say it was a midget. So it got it on the microwave reflection. I was right. It is like a hallway area. It's saying it's seeing something. See, this is why you gotta have the blicky, people. Damn, you got invaded by midgets. How is it picking up that motion from the smoke? If it's completely ooh, another one. Damn, you got dwarves all in your house. Damn, the camera is just like going crazy. Damn, on your freaking ceilings too? Or is it gonna, is it crawl? Oh my goodness, I would assume that bitch is crawling on the freaking ceiling like Spider-Man. It'll, god damn, this is gonna be whiplash. So you're getting haunted by spider midgets. So far, the freakiest part has been the microwave.
Clear.
Bitch, okay, that looked like a person for a second. God damn. That camera going freaking berserk. And it's time to focus sucks. This keeps looking like the outline of a girl every single time it's out of focus. God damn, number 5 is going on forever,
As it seems,
though.
another presence had been inside the home, though not the kind they were expecting.
Yeah,
both sisters initially thought a person had broken in, but upon watching the footage and seeing the small, shadowy figure dashing past the camera, they knew that this was something else. Whatever this was doesn't appear to have any discernible features, and it doesn't help that it moves exceedingly fast before disappearing out of nowhere.
The fact that it just moved so quickly,
Yeah.
but then like
Oh, they're twins.
the motion capture camera didn't see that shape, and like when it was
Even the camera seems to have trouble identifying the figure. There's moments when it passes by and no visual tracker appears around it, but then strangely, at times, the green box appears in a dark room as though something was being detected. Never before has the camera done this until tonight when the door opened by itself.
front door opening.
Gotta
on its
keep
own,
them doors
it actually
locked.
Closed. We closed that door.
And I mean, this house
Lock
is like
the
brand
door.
new. Like, it's not old or like anything.
Yeah.
Considering that all this activity was preceded by the door opening, they believe something paranormal had forced its way in, which makes you wonder about the video from early on. Could it be that something supernatural had opened the bedroom door at the beginning of this video, or was it simply due to something else? After watching the footage, it's hard to say what exactly occurred.
You got invaded by ghost midgets. Sorry, ghost spider midgets, because them motherfuckers was on your ceiling.
Just what exactly was the camera picking up that night? As always, let me know your thoughts on this one.
Definitely wild, that's for sure. And get a better placement for your camera.
On a Wednesday night, a team of paramedics arrive at a house to assist a man with severe schizophrenia. According to the man, he couldn't leave his room because someone was standing at his door.
They're not gonna let me go past it.
Hey man, shout out to everybody who's out there and is having to deal with that type of stuff. My heart goes out to you. I feel bad for everybody. I mean, any type of ailment, you know, Alzheimer's, freaking ADHD, high anxiety, all of these different things that completely swap around your mood and everything, schizophrenia, PTSD. Shout out to y'all.
They're not gonna let me go past it. Somebody's there.
Shout out PTSD. I'm just joking.
We're right here.
I'm telling you, somebody's at the door and they're not gonna let me go past it.
They wearing? What are they wearing?
They're wearing blue. But
Good,
someone's
good.
there and they're not gonna let me go past it. Someone's at the door.
Yo,
I need you
those paramedics were probably like in the back of their mind, they're like, yeah, of course there is. Of course there is. A freaking clock falls and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna need a area check on the Invisible Man. Where is he at right now?
Sit up, okay? Can you do that?
You got it. Listen, there's no need to apologize. Whatever makes you comfortable, okay?
Thank
We're
you.
here for you.
Okay?
All right?
Gotta show him that
Okay.
there's nothing
All
there.
right.
Watch that motherfucker just rip the door out of his hand.
Is that it? Are you okay?
Okay.
While claiming to see someone standing at his door, a clock falls without warning. Now, the possibility of this being a coincidence isn't entirely ruled out, but when
True.
you consider the fact that the clock was securely mounted on the wall, well, things
Securely, I mean, everything can be ripped off. I mean, and fall. Most clocks have like the little hook that you just put a nail or a screw in, and then you just, you know, clink securely.
get very strange. Now, aside from the clock falling, there's something else in this video that was recorded, and it has to do
Oh,
with this
really?
doorway. 23-year-old Cass, the man undergoing psychosis, is a diagnosed schizophrenic who in a short video says this.
Schizophrenia, I'm not crazy. We're not crazy. People that have schizophrenia are normal people.
Yeah, no, I mean, but at this, yeah, I mean, I guess being called crazy would be like kind of a derogatory thing for people with schizophrenia or people who have like these types of issues due to the fact that, like, you know, but at the same time, it kind of all is in your head. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like is where it starts, is what it is. But yeah, I wouldn't say that you're crazy.
My most common
You just unfortunately have an imbalance and a crossing of wires, very sadly.
hallucination is seeing a shadow figure in doorways, like in any doorway. So think of any doorway in your house. My therapist and I do something called visualization dismissal.
Yeah,
So
that's what I
open and
was.
close
This is exactly what I thought it was, because opening and closing the doors over and over again, a repetitive motion of like a repetitive visualization that there's nobody there to help them.
the door repeatedly, and
I'm
that kind of
assuming.
like scrubs away the shadow figure.
Although he wasn't seeing a shadow figure this time, he was seeing a man. And this man just so happens to be the same thing that his girlfriend saw 2 years ago in their old home. Keep in mind that Cass's girlfriend doesn't have schizophrenia or any condition that causes her to see things that aren't there.
True, but there is this thing that is called shared psychosis, and I believe it's called shared psychosis, where your own psychopathy or psychosis, and again, I'm not a fucking, you know, I'm not a therapist or whatever or a doctor or anything, but it's been studied, you know, one person smells gas, the entire room starts to believe and smell gas, and they all start choking because they believe they can't get any air. It's hysteria. It's shared psychosis that leads to hysteria. So it's entirely possible that because she's been around him and has seen his psychosis and everything like that over and over again, and has been what's the word, has been exposed to that she herself can slowly over time develop a little bit of psychosis of her own and start to see things that isn't there simply because she's exposed to this for so long. Again, not saying that's what happened. It's entirely possible she saw a ghost or something of that nature, but you can't rule out something of that nature.
What's wrong? What? What? There's nothing in there. What?
See, and this is kind of what I'm saying, right? Because he normally sees like black figures, so she's probably had to talk him through some of these moments of psychosis before, and it's something that can lend itself to her starting to see these things. Not saying that you can get, you know, paranoid schizophrenia from somebody. You can't, you know, it's not a disease like that. You know, it's not freaking transferable. But shared psychosis is a thing.
Her description of what she saw was eerily similar to Cass's depiction of the man. Now, because of this angle, we can't see what it is that she saw, but thankfully, there's another camera in this house that might have recorded evidence of the so-called man. Over on Cass's channel, you'll find many videos where he documents his schizophrenic episodes. Thanks to his GoPro, he can easily record moments of extreme psychosis by simply pressing a button.
That's cool, man.
What I do is, if the hallucination's like really strong and I am not even like making sense out of reality, I use this and basically I point it at the door frame or whatever I'm seeing and look at the screen. And if what I'm seeing in the door frame isn't on the GoPro screen, it's not real.
That's smart.
Helps me calm down.
Very smart. Now, I really hope that this is real and this isn't like some of those BS people who do this type of stuff where they pretend to have some sort of mental disorder. Obviously, I'm not saying that that's him. I just really hope that's not the case because it's actually pretty interesting.
I'm doing really bad right now.
However, there's one video on his channel that's completely different from the rest. While talking to an hallucination, he captures this.
You always say the same thing. No.
Something gonna fall?
Quit it. Stop bringing that up.
Waiting for something. That. Is a potato gonna fly? No, that would be something.
You always wait till now to say that.
What am I missing? The music changed. Whoa. Oh.
Alexa, light on.
Could be air? Could the AC have turned on? But even so, that looked like something was peeking in. All right, this one's a little bit more. This one's a little more like, oh. I just want one of the times where it's just to be completely open. That would freak me out. I paused it right at the right moment. Yeah, listen, this is always my solution, okay? Always gonna be my solution. Jesus Christ. My thing here is that so he had no problem like talking to the hallucination, but once something physical started happening, it was like I don't want to say too much, but it was like what like I wonder how that would go. I guess I'd have to watch the video because I would imagine if you're dealing with this, it's a little easier for you to understand your hallucination is a hallucination. But when a physical manifestation, such as something moving, happens, is different. Damn. Oh, and you know what's crazy? It's like whatever's happening or whatever it is doing the same thing he's doing because it's just opening and closing, opening and closing, opening and closing the same way he does the doors. Yo. Yo, okay now. Okay now. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. Brrrah. Fucking Christ. That motherfucker was like, let me show you that I'm here, bitch. Let me show you that this isn't a hallucination. I'm here. These are some
Cass
good
couldn't
ones.
tell if what he was seeing was real, so naturally, he walks over to the other curtains to do his usual technique and tries to get rid of this so-called delusion. Apparently, he wasn't just seeing the curtain moving, but a figure standing behind it.
It's
In a
crazy.
panic frenzy, he opens and closes the drape as an attempt to scrub away the figure.
It was doing the same thing that he was doing.
But while doing so, the curtain moves again. This was strange considering that he was no longer seeing someone behind it, yet somehow, despite doing his usual technique, something was still happening. But as if that wasn't creepy enough, the
Them
whole
bitches
drape
got
begins to
got.
lift upwards. It appears to go up entirely before dropping to the ground. If seeing things in doorways didn't already freak him out, then surely this has. Now to this day, watching this video freaks him out. Seeing this scares him because what he thought was just an hallucination was actually real. This, as a result, makes it harder for him to trust his own perception. It's for this reason that he rarely...
And that's why I say shout out to you guys who are out there who have these afflictions and are trying to live your best life, because personally, I don't know what I would do if like I couldn't like discern reality from, I don't want to say fiction, but for lack of better words, reality from fiction. That would be insane.
He talks about this incident, but after recording what recently happened, he couldn't help but think of this. So then, might there be some connection between this occurrence and the one from many years ago?
Well, that's got to be the worst thing. Imagine having ghosts while being like a paranoid schizophrenic or having bipolar disorder or something of that nature. Like, you already can't trust your brain, and now you're seeing shit flying around, things opening up, noises and all this shit, figures and whatnot. Jesus.
Cass believes so. But of course, like all videos, I'll let you come up with your own conclusions. For now, this one remains a mystery.
This is good so far. We're only on number 4. This is good so far. These are pretty long though.
Now this
Number
next video
3.
was submitted to me by Sam J, who's part of the yearbook team at our high school. One afternoon, while a group of senior students were rehearsing for a graduate ceremony that took place last spring, a camera inside the auditorium recorded something that left all students, including staff, terrified.
What's gonna happen? The drape's gonna go flying.
It was during a speech rehearsal by the school principal that
Could it be a
this was
scream?
caught.
Disembodied scream?
Okay, we don't want any
Something gonna walk up?
graduation.
Someone get bro, I swear if one of these people get pulled through the freaking if one of these people get pulled through the freaking curtains, bro.
So then we're going to talk about individual accomplishments a little bit, and we'll move you off to the side before other stuff starts.
Ooh. I'm out. I'm good. Yeah, you just mail me my diploma. Mail me my diploma. Don't worry. Put it online. It's all good. It's all good. Apparently the ghosts are mad that they didn't graduate or something. Because, I don't know what's going on here. Just mail me my shit. I'm out.
Whoa. Just a change in air pressure, or was that a friendly ghost, Mr. Baker?
A change in air pressure isn't gonna open up a door like that, okay? How concentrated do you think the air is in an auditorium? If the change in air pressure was that significant, if the auditorium was that bolted in, the moment that like the force that would happen to your body if it for that change of air pressure, holy God.
Thank you, sir.
Watch that bitch fly open again. Both doors this time.
Let's see, then we'll talk about STEM.
Both doors
principal
this
carries
time.
on, paying little attention to what just happened. As he claims, this could have been due to wind pressure. But despite thinking this, it would be what happens next.
No. He didn't say wind pressure. He said a change in pressure. Two different things. Wind pressure would be the door is slightly open, a gust of wind comes in and catches it and opens it. A change in pressure is you're in something that is so tight that any slight difference in pressure would blow open like the door. So that it's like if you have, 10 psi and the room is only capable of holding 10 psi, putting an extra 5 would blow out the door. Completely different things.
Next, that completely changes his mind while instructing students on how to move on stage.
Oh,
This is
yep.
captured.
I knew it. I knew something was going to happen with the drapes.
And also maybe a little bit about growing sports programs as well. And then we'll talk about your individual achievements, how you guys have really taken leadership. Everybody to give us their...
Oh, it happens again. Okay. that motherfucker's like, ain't nobody graduating happy today.
We must have an open door somewhere else in the building, blowing that open.
Bro, this dude is coping hard because you would feel the wind, you would feel the air, okay? Like you would see more movement. It's not like the air doesn't flow like, okay, the door is all the way over here. So if something was open on the opposite side, let's say that there's a door over here, the wind coming in, you'd see the movement of all of this. The wind isn't going to just come from like the back door and go diagonally. It spreads out. That shit opened up.
Let's get started just the way that we're gonna go. So we'll go John Anderson. We'll do the thing, walk over, and then Cal Connors. Thing, come over.
Both doors. Both doors.
Then
you can do it. Both doors.
Nope, that's the right order. So Michael Thompson comes over. That right. Then we've got Emily Rodriguez. Same thing, and
oh, it does not like you, buddy. It does not like you. It does not like you, my friend. Oh, and now the camera's fucked up too.
It flew away, did we?
It's at this point that the notion of this being just the wind stops making sense. A cap on one of the students.
That man was like, fuck your graduation. Or that ghost was just like, fuck you. I had to get a GED. Got a terrible factory job for 40 years. Fuck your diploma.
Flies off their head. Almost as if someone knocked it off, the hat zips across in a swift and sudden motion before landing close to the exit. The same exit, where no one was seen opening the door.
That's
Even
when
the principal who initially
that's when you pull the gown up and you're just like, all right. No. Damn, it is a school. I probably shouldn't be saying that.
thought it was nothing couldn't make sense of this. According to Sam J., the yearbook member who sent me this clip, he was just as baffled as everyone else. Now, after this happened, they proceeded to finish up the rehearsal before leaving an hour later. The next day, Sam takes a video of the exit door and shows that they're not automatic. If they were,
Of course not.
this definitely would have explained the doors opening, but given that they're
Not entirely, because typically an automatic door, first and foremost, you have to have a keypad or a fob activated door, right? Or you have to have some mechanism to open it, like with a key fob, a keypad, something of that nature. You would see the person, most likely you would see the person who's opening and closing it.
not, and considering the cap incident, perhaps what occurred here was caused by something unexplainable. If true, then students might not be as sad to leave the school on graduation day, given
For real.
that it might be haunted. Now that's creepy.
And what's with it? Like, what was with it? Like, because it constantly was changing colors here. Like, it got super dark every time. Well, these videos are pretty freaking good, man. I'm actually like
December
excited.
27 of 2025,
No,
a
not a
strange video was
vet.
posted by a veterinary hospital in Madison, Alabama, where apparently something happened that caused all employees to stop in their tracks.
I hope the cat doesn't go flying. That would suck so bad.
That's weird. Charles?
What occurred during this moment has left everyone spooked. Now, this video recording was kept private for 4 years until just a few weeks ago. It was only after receiving many comments asking for this footage that Renee Holt, the owner of this clinic, decided to share it, as she believes her clinic is haunted. From dog canals that often open on their own in the middle of the night, to office equipment being thrown around with no apparent cause, Renee and
Well, I wouldn't really say that was okay. The dog kennels opening makes way more sense. The phones, on the other hand, that shit can slide.
her staff have no explanation for these odd occurrences. However, there is one theory that occasionally comes up at work, and it's the belief that all this activity might be due to the dogs who passed away at this clinic.
What? You got dogs haunting a vet clinic? What dog has the ability to open up a well, I'm not, a untrained dog has the ability to open up a kennel door. It's like, you're free, my brothers. Run away from the tyranny.
Whether being put down for medical reasons or naturally passing away, they were last alive at this location. But despite their absence, it seems that they're still here, just not physically. One night, while
And they
caring
decide to
for a
cause
critically ill
havoc.
cat, this happens.
Oh, poor cat. One thing I will say is if you're going to do security cam footage and all that, learn how to download it onto a thumb drive or a shared video or something. You don't have to record it with your phone.
Yeah? That's weird. Where's that coming from?
A dog is heard crying somewhere in this clinic, but that's odd,
Could be
because there shouldn't be a
outside.
dog here at this time. The only other dog inside this clinic is the one in this office. However, they don't howl or make any noise throughout the footage.
Where's that coming from?
But how do we know that? We can't see the dog.
Okay, so you still want to do banana bags, 15 mils an hour, head starch, 4 mils an hour. Over this way. Alright.
Could be a dog outside.
Veterinizol, 15 mil BID, No.
Okay, so she checks to see the office dog. Okay.
It's coming from away.
It could be outside. Could be a dog outside.
It's not. Where is that?
Damn.
Come in here. What is that? What, phantom dogs?
A phantom ghost. Aw, poor dog.
Why are you living in the front porch? to make sure they didn't dump one or throw one in the pen outside or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking
hear
too.
anything. You're not
Someone could have like dumped a dog outside, or it could be a dog outside. I mean, sound travels.
hearing that. Maria has heard it. I didn't hear it, no. You heard it, right? I heard it. It sounded like it was in that room or something. Like it sounded like it was like right 24. We're gonna play that back. I didn't even hear anything. Can you
The whole staff
You know, I'm not gonna lie. If I gotta be haunted by any sort of ghost, I'd be okay with it being a dog, because I would be okay with like the howling and the whimpering way more than like shit being thrown around, my doors getting fucked with, like things going crazy, footsteps. I'll take a dog. I'll take a dog.
searches all around for this dog.
Give me a
but
ghost
after
dog.
checking extensively, both inside and outside, they find nothing. The dog was nowhere to be found. Yet still, the cries continue as if desperately wanting to be found. But unfortunately, that never happens. With no sight or any trace of this canine, the staff can't help but wonder if what they heard had been a dog they once cared for. Could it be that what they heard was something from the other side? It isn't certain if that's the case, but it's been 4 years since this happened, and despite capturing other strange things on camera, this one remains unforgettable to the clinic.
However, I wouldn't blame any of the dogs for the mischief.
If you caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you'd like me to check out and include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444
Definitely send them in,
at
y'all.
gmail.com. That being said, let's get back
so
to
that
the
way
video.
we can get more of these good videos. This is a great video so far.
On the night of December 21st, 2025,
All right, number
car
one.
enthusiast Tad Gavin was driving down an empty access road in a business park that had closed for the night. He was looking for a spot somewhere in this vast, empty office park for the purpose of taking videos of his car and posting them on his page. No one is ever around this area past off.
That man can take those 4 to 10K pixel cameras or pictures, but the dash cam he's got looks like some grainy old freaking potato.
Operating hours, which can seem a bit creepy, but here, he can rev his engine as loud as he wants without being berated by a neighbor.
You're gonna wake up with the police standing over you.
Well, mostly because people probably don't know where the noise is coming from if you're in a freaking park.
Gotcha.
Neighbors
I guarantee you, you're still pissing people off.
would often approach Gavin just to scold him, but even after driving elsewhere to avoid problems, he continues to be approached, just not by a neighbor, but by something else.
You're still doing it at night.
What the freak was that? Oh my god!
According to Gavin, he was driving inside a business park located in St. Petersburg, Florida, which is close to where he lives, when he caught sight of a tall figure heading towards his vehicle. The following is his footage from both his dash cam and interior cam. Take a look.
He definitely seeing something. Look at them eyes. Boy was awake. Why is he slowing down? Notices the figure where?
What the freak was that? Oh my god! What the freak was that?
What are we looking for? What are we looking for? Looks like a tree.
What the freak was that? Oh my god! What the...
Now, it's not just the sudden appearance of a dark figure that's strange on its own, but the details of this incident too, most of which don't make any sense. For one, why would there be anyone out here at night dressed
This dude's out here.
in all black?
Most people run in like all black. It's actually kind of one of a terrible, unfortunate thing. A lot of people work out in like black sweaters and black hoodies and stuff like that.
If their intention was to stay hidden, then sure, that would make sense. But if hiding was the goal, then why even approach the vehicle and reveal
To
itself?
freak somebody out.
What's weirder is that they didn't seem to run towards the car or try to grab the door handle, which throws out the idea of this being an ambush or kidnapping attempt. The figure just seemingly passes by with no reaction whatsoever.
it could have just been somebody who was running, and given the angle, it looks like they were trying to run to get away, like behind the car.
whatsoever to Gavin's speeding Corvette. He still
This really does not hold up to the other 3 videos because you can't really see shit.
doesn't know who or even what that was, but one can safely assume that coming back here to find out isn't something he plans to do anytime soon, especially at night.
Yeah, I like, all I can really say is it was probably just somebody out for, like, a tall person out for a run.
Thanks for watching.
Well, it's been a pretty interesting video, guys. Shout out to Bizarre Bub. Link to the video in the description below. Let me know what video freaked you guys out the most. Have you had any encounters yourself? If so, send them to Bizarre Bub. Definitely. I have been Complexity. This has been a really good compilation so far. Usually they usually don't get to me or anything, but this one, I was entertained the entire time. There was a couple of moments where I was like, ooh. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one.